Morning ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today I'm running a little bit late. I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock when my alarm went off and then dozed back to sleep for 35 minutes. So I woke up at 25 to 7, half an hour, 35 minutes longer later than I normally would wake up, and that has translated into a 5-minute delay for me to get to campus. Because I got into the shower, I'm like, because I was lying there, I think the alarm went off, I rolled over, then like Laura rolled over as well onto like her back, and then like, we was just like, this is really weird, it was just like our legs were just touching a little bit, and it was nice and warm, and I was just like, and then I was having a dream, and I'm like, this isn't real, bang, I'm awake, I need to get up. And so, yeah, that was fun. So I had a shower very quickly, and then while I was doing that, Laura, because she's the best, was making me a cup of tea and my breakfast and stuff, so that saved me a lot of time. You've got to have a good cup of tea in the morning though, otherwise you have a terrible day. So drove over here, like I say, it's about 10 to 8 now. I'm going to head to the library today. I don't have a lecture until 11 o'clock, so it's easier for me to go to the library than it is for me to try and find an available room, to be honest. I had a quick glance around. Right, priority today, what floor am I going on? Floor 4 or floor 3? Go floor 3. Level 4. Upload my project proposal, do some job stuff, work on intelligent agents. And then sit here where it's A, warm, and B, on comfy computer chair. Lovely, still looks like it's not being used. Productive morning, we're all good. I literally just have my Java stuff to do now. Job stuff out of the way, proposal out of the way, just that and lecture slides which I'm saving for next week. I'm a runner, I'm running away. What was the last time I spoke to you? A very long time ago. So since I last spoke to you, I've had 2 lectures, and I went to spend my lunchtime in Chancellor's, where I just sat, watched YouTube videos for a bit and did a little bit of work, during which a second-year computer scientist came to me and said, "Thanks for the videos, man," and I'm like, "Oh my god, man, it's fucking awesome." It's really cool when people like come along and say hi to me. I had a little bit of a chinwag about like what he's doing and stuff, and the coursework he's doing at the moment, which obviously I did 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, enjoy that one, lol. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I then had a little bit of a catch up with Beth as I accidentally bumped, well, I was waiting in Chancellor's for her, but she had a group meeting, and then as I was leaving I bumped into her, so I had like a bit of a chinwag before heading to my last lecture, which was one on networking. We then headed from networking to a lecture I was invited to, which was with reference to my final year project. So after this lecture on networking, I normally go home. I normally go home at 3 o'clock so that I can dodge all of the traffic and do some work in Bath, back in Bristol. So I'll go to the library, do a bit of work, and then I'll wait for Laura to come home. It's normally what I do. Today, however, I was invited to a guest lecture in the compiler course. And the compiler course is a hard course. Like, it's widely considered, don't do it unless you're mad. And I think there's like 6 people on the course. That's how few people do that course. The lecturer of that course was someone who I considered for my final year project to be a supervisor. I thought about having them. I'd heard really bad things about them. And also I didn't quite like the way he was pushing me into doing my project. Felt like he wanted to manipulate it into something that I didn't want to do, so I decided to go with someone else. He was one of a few people who were quite interested in working with me on my project. So I'm sat in, maybe not second, oh no, we're second. So I'm now going to be in traffic as well, so it's 4 o'clock and not 3 o'clock. I knew I shouldn't have stayed. And I'm in an hour in about going to that lecture, because I'm like, it's on advanced compilers, is it really going to be that worthwhile? But my supervisor suggested it, my actual supervisor suggested going, so I'm like, you know what, I probably should go, you know, just to see what it's like. And I went to this lecture at 3 o'clock, expecting an hour-long lecture. Well, first I expected it to be in a lecture theatre, so that there would just be lines and lines and lines. And what I would do is I'd sit on the back row near the door so that I could leave if it got boring or unnecessary. Trying to let you go, kid, but no, fine then. The bus will let you go instead. I tried my best. I gave you the hand wave, but you didn't pay attention to me. So that was the plan, but actually there was 3 different circular tables we sat around instead. So that was awkward when I had to inevitably leave. And it literally had nothing to do with anything that I'd ever done on my final year project at all. So I kind of sat there for an hour thinking like, oh, it'll be fine. We'll go in the hour. We'll hit the road. I'm going to try a different route back to try and avoid that 15 minutes of sitting in Bath traffic. I'm going to see what that's like. Yeah, and then I look at the timetable for the room, because I obviously don't have the timetable for the people who have that class, and that room's booked for 3 hours. 3 hours, starting at 3 o'clock, man. I'd finish at bloody, wait, 3 till 4, 4 till 5, 5 till 6 a bloody clock. Jesus, no. So I left. I did a runner at 1 hour in, making out I had a lecture to go to. It's like, ooh. And then went to a lecture. And like, I got there and I'm like, oh, it's a good decision to come. My supervisor's here as well. And then partway through the lecture, supervisor falls asleep. And then he does a runner an hour in as well. It was horrendous. So that was quite funny, really. I was kind of annoyed in the sense that he was not able to, whatever. So anyway, yeah, it was a kind of waste of time, to be honest with you. And now it's 4 o'clock, well, 20 past 4. I'm going to hit some pretty bad traffic on the way to Bath. Well, on the way through Bath and the way through Bristol, because obviously I'm going to hit Bristol at about fucking 5 o'clock, so proper commute time. So I'm not expecting to get back for like 5:30, even though I've left at 20 past, quarter past. However, I am going to try that one little trick I've seen on Google Maps. I forced Google Maps to take me through the city centre instead of around, you know how that one road I get stuck in a load of traffic and all of that traffic is heading to the motorway? I don't want to go to the motorway. So I was trying to find a route through the one-way system that would let me get to where I want to go without going that way. And I found it. And I'm going to see how good it is. It's either going to be atrocious, because I mean Google Maps is normally quite good at finding the fastest route, normally. But I don't think it takes into account like little, you know what I mean, like little weaves and stuff. So I have a feeling I may be able to outfox it, because I think it will go, oh, well, this is the main road, yeah, there's traffic on it, but it's not that bad. I'm not going to try and route round, but we'll see. I may realise because I'm going into the town centre, following the buses from campus, at least for a part of that way, I may realise that I've actually been quite moronic and shouldn't have done it. But we'll see. You can't tell, can you? To be honest with you, I'm kind of rambling because I kind of feel like I want to turn off the camera, but it's not safe for me to do so. Now it is. Lol. Newsflash, it did not work. I'm now doubling back on myself. One-way system, / you can only go that way if you're a taxi. Google still said I could do it. Don't know, it's taxi only. Ah, god damn it. That's why I'm now following a load of taxis, because they've just come out that way. Now I'm following this bus. Oh man. Oh well. Well, we just spent, go on, I'm not going, there's a red light. I just spent, how long going around my way? It's now past. So, Jesus Christ. Now I'm going to be in the same 15-minute traffic, probably even worse 15-minute traffic. I have decided to attempt to go around the block. I think since I've already tried to cheat the system once, you may as well have another go before you just join the back of that 15-minute queue. So, I'm having another go at going a little bit of a longer loop around the city. I know I could definitely go this way. So it's just a case of fighting my way there, I guess. Through this one-way system. The only problem is picking lanes, because I'm not 100% sure what lane I need. And it appears that this guy is indicating around it. Yeah, I don't want to turn left, so I do want to go straight on. That's the right lane. I'm doing good. But yeah, so it's literally just a case of trying to figure out what lane I am. And now in theory, instead of going up the really busy main road that feeds the motorway, I'm now scooting in and... Oh it's a ropey junction, that is. That's really weird. I'm now scooting in and going in just the other way. I'm just going like, just around the one-way system. And well, it's not one way because there's cars going this way if you're looking carefully over my shoulder. But it's just a bit of an experiment, isn't it? I always drive the same way. I always get stuck in the same traffic. And it's just see what it's like going this way. It might be just atrocious and unusable, you know? It might turn out to be like even longer. But we shall find out. We shall bloody well find out. So you go up here. Yep, join this. Yeah, okay, there is a big queue. Maybe I was wrong, but can't fault me for trying, can you? You've always got to try to liven your life up. Try and find better, faster routes, because you're not, I guarantee you're not always taking the fastest possible route, unless it's only a short journey. Like, there are so many different options for me to get to Bristol. It's unreal. Well, there's 3 or 4 tops, but you know what I mean. So, having fun. Oh god, I'm still driving back, but I'm listening to the radio. There's just a news story about a woman in America who went hunting, and she was out with her dog, a Labrador called Trigger. And the dog, she put the gun down on the floor, this shotgun, 12 gauge shotgun, and the dog trod on the trigger, and it fired and shot her in the leg. Oh, what are the fucking chances, eh? Also, Laura's probably leaving work now. I'm just stuck in stop-start crawl traffic here. This is why you don't leave at 4 o'clock. This is legit the reason. You leave at 5 o'clock or 6. No, what? I normally leave at either 3 or 6. They're the 2 options. You don't leave at any time in between. Which means tomorrow I might have to stay really bloody late again. Because I'm in tomorrow until like 5. Because this traffic's atrocious. It really bloody well is. And my routing around the city centre, I don't think it works. I think you just hit the traffic a little bit later on, to be honest with you. So. But yeah, I've never been crawling in traffic here before. I've crawled in traffic in many places where I'm normally doing like 30, 40 miles an hour normally, so jeez. And we're heading off out again. I got back just before Laura did. I've had a relatively relaxed, like, little bit of evening. I sat and wrote a letter to a different flat in an attempt to get them to lend me their internet so that I don't have to do things like this. Laura did some exercise stuff which she's going to be doing, and I feel bad because I'm not doing it with her. I probably should do it with her. Like, when I've got time, I'll happily go for a run with her, but I don't normally have time. So yeah, I was having like a relatively chilled thing. We had dinner, had like a nice sit down after my dinner, had a cup of tea, having a chat with Laura, and now I'm heading to the library. Ugh. It's 8 o'clock at night, just gone. 5 past 8 o'clock at night, and we are heading to the library to go and do some intelligent agents coursework. I only have intelligent agents coursework to do, and it's in for Thursday at midday. I've literally got all of tomorrow to sit and do it, but I thought, like, I don't necessarily have to do this now, but it's going to be better for me to take some of the stress away from tomorrow, do it today, than it is to just kind of front load everything on tomorrow. Because if shit hits the fan tomorrow and I have to do a all-nighter to get it working, then that's going to be hard to do without internet at home, and the only place that's open 24 hours being in Bath. But this library is open till midnight, so yeah, I don't really want to do an all-nighter before a Thursday, because Thursdays are horrendously busy. But yeah, I'm not 100% impressed with how late I've left doing this coursework. Like, I should have done it a long time ago, but I know I've been busy with other things, with like job stuff, my project proposal, my project itself, the move, all that kind of stuff. Lack of internet and all that kind of good stuff. This area isn't the best area to vlog in, by the way. So there's been plenty of reasons why my coursework hasn't already been finished, but I still hate myself for not finishing it early, you know? That's just how it is. That's how it'll always be. After this, I should be able to restabilize all of my work. Like, as soon as this is out of the way, I've then got a week off of lectures, so I can catch up on lecture notes. I've got then just my project proposal, my literature reading for my dissertation, and my project coding to do, and then some programming for parallel programming to do, and that's it for a little bit. So it's like after this little slog now, this little sprint, we can then recalibrate. We'll have internet set up at home and everything will be fine, in theory. So, I mean, we are halfway through the term. It's now like getting to the point where I said to Laura like before I left, like today and tomorrow might be like this, where I'm not around much, but then after that we can restabilize. I'll be less just throw away with my time in the evenings and stuff, and I'll do less time critical things there instead of just chilling, and everything will just work out a little bit better. That gym Laura was thinking about going to, but anyway, so that's it basically. So this intelligent agent then, what is the plan of attack for the coding? I have an idea of what I need to do. Problem is I can only test it with an internet connection, which is why I'm going there. I could in theory sit at home and just do a load of changes and get things running and all that, then go tomorrow and then test it, but that's never a good way to do things. I've learned that that's bad. What you need to do is you need to make small changes slowly so that you know what breaks it when it breaks it, instead of being like, oh fucking let's just program 300 lines of code and then try and find the error, because the program that we're writing is nearly impossible to debug. Like I don't know how to debug it. I physically don't know how to do that. So it's literally a case of you write a load of code, you put it on the server, watch what it does, and that's it. It's so like chancy, it's unreal. But yeah, it is actually quite rainy now, so I'm gonna stop vlogging before I break my camera. I should just stop trying to be clever when I'm trying to get to places that I know. I thought, oh, I'll go through this entrance. This links up with the library area. What I didn't do though was consider like how bloody far around. I'm on the wrong side of that great big green clog. It would have been quicker just to go down the road past where I wanted to go in and then back on myself, instead of like, oh, let's sneak in this way. Christ. I'll always be the same, won't I? These halls, some of these are halls, yeah. Because it's like this isn't their main campus. There's like a hospital here, and by the looks of it, some kind of halls, and then like it's just a subsection of lectures. You know, this library is literally only a medical library. It's not a full-scale library, which is why it's so small. Is it there? Am I nearly there yet? Yeah, it is. Christ. I'll go the short way next time. I'm hoping to be able to go in the group area instead of going upstairs into the quiet bits, because group areas are more comfortable. Well, saying that, they haven't got computer chairs there. There should be more computer chairs just should be a standard everywhere. There shouldn't be non-computer chairs ever. The computer chairs are just so much more comfortable and like to sit on for a long period of time than just some shitty fixed stationary chair with no like lean or anything. I've been here for a bit. It's now 10 to 10. I've made some changes to my code. I've also moved into this room here. I was in the room next door, but people are in there, so I thought I'd come into here so I could have like a nice comfy seat. It's actually really comfy. This seat here, which is really good. I need to shave as well. But I also don't know how loud I can talk. A lot. Let's not bellow, shall we? I'm making changes on this code to try and change the way that it builds the flights and stuff. It's really annoying how you've got to put it onto the server in order to debug it though. It's really irritating. So that's what I'm currently doing at the moment. I'm trying to make it buy the flights last. As soon as I'm forcing it to buy the flights in like the last minute, then I can figure out how to do checks on whether it's a clever idea to buy them flights or not. I need to figure out as well how to put implicit price limits on the hotels. As soon as I've got like, you won't buy a flight if you haven't got all of the hotels, then I can start putting limits on how many of the hotels I'm going to buy and stuff. So instead of sinking a load of money into it, then we have a better solution basically. Now I'm kind of like sat like a lemon waiting for this code to run, because the game's like last 11 minutes. So the game's running, I then join the next game. It takes forever. So I'm like, what do I do? while I'm waiting. Because I can't make changes to the code while I'm waiting, because that's like, otherwise I won't know what, you know what I mean? I need to see what the results are of this before I can make any more changes. Damn it. On this test I'm tracking how often the game time's checked. And trying to limit, like I'm minimising as much as possible the price of the flights, because that's where most of the money's spent. It was really good. I spent very little. I bought the flights in the last fucking second, like literally, but I lost because the hotels slipped me by. So I need to now make sure that I don't buy flights if I don't have hotels for people. So in this case, I literally have one hotel on that day. I need to be more, right, okay. But it's only buy the flights if there's a valid hotel for you. I have a feeling I might be the only person here now. Nope. Most the last one here, I was very nearly awkwardly filmed a guy who's hidden behind his monitor. I can't see him. It's gone 11, but I'm making good progress, so I'm going to carry on for a bit. I was going to say I was going to leave about now, but try and get 20 more minutes down, and then we'll be set, I think. And ladies and gentlemen, I am now heading on home. It's 1:45. I could have stayed an extra 15 minutes, but I need to get home. I still need to render out this video, and my battery on my Surface was like critical 15%. But it drops fast. As soon as you're in the last 10%, it's like, fucking, you better charge, son of a bitch. Because it's like, it takes forever to burn down, but then it'll go, 10%, you have 30 minutes left, or something. And then like, I'll be like, okay, right, 30 minutes left, I'm gonna start packing up, I'm gonna put on a YouTube video. Halfway through a YouTube video, it's like, fucking 4%, buddy, turn it off or charge me up, man. So, I just left. Well, it got to the end of the video, it was like 15 minutes, son. But yeah, I was making some bloody good progress. I know what I'm doing now. I'm not like, before I came to the library tonight, I was in a bit like, I kind of know what I want to do, but I don't know how to do it. Now I know how to do it. It's annoying that I can't really stay up and carry on doing it now I'm in the flow, but I need to be at uni tomorrow, obviously, and I can be at uni all day tomorrow. I've actually, to be honest with you, got quite a long day tomorrow, and it's quite empty as well. I've got quite an empty day in the morning, 2-hour lecture where I can just sit and do it in it, and then a gap, meeting with student advice, and then like more time, and then a meeting with other people, and then like I've got all evening tomorrow. So I've got a lot of time to continue to do what I need to do, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's a lot that needs to be done per se. I think like the logic I've got is pretty sound. It's just implementing in that logic. I've seen the logic work on the scale that I'm currently doing it. I just want to fine-tune the logic so that it works on a client basis as opposed to an agent-wide basis, so that each client, so basically what the coursework is, I'm an agent that is buying holiday deals for 8 different clients. What I'm essentially doing is spawning up 8 different clients, 8 different agents, 1 for each client. Problem solved. And then that agent knows exactly, because the problem is like that agent doesn't know the allocation split between all of the stuff. So the agents will then know exactly like, oh shit, I've only got 2 hotels for this guy. Fine, I've only got 2 hotels for this guy, he needs 5. Okay, cut off the thingy. And then as long as you make sure that they don't, well, this is behind the scenes, 8 agents. 8 agents are all acting as one agent, so that they don't then try and bid each other up, because that'll be irritating. But anyway, yeah, I've got a good idea and I know exactly how I'm going to do it. And I've got plenty of time to do it tomorrow. And the deadline isn't until Thursday. But Thursday I'm really, really busy, so I want to submit tomorrow night, if possible. Cool beans. Otherwise, like, with reference to that library, Bath Library right now, I bet it's busy. That's empty. It's literally just me and another guy. It's pretty cool. I actually kind of like the idea of being able to just come out to the library and do work quite close. Obviously, when I've got internet at home, that's probably going to be the best shout, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've just got to head back now. Try not to wake Laura up, and then I'm going to render out my video and then go to bed. Tomorrow, like I say, I'm probably not going to get bed until about 1, to be fair. It's quite a long walk, because I can't go the shortcut way, because it's like in a dark field where I'll get stabbed. So, what was I saying? I need to cross here. Not really here, Jamie. Don't be a dick. Can't cross there. So, yeah, tomorrow up at 6. lol. Up at 6, driving into university for just before 8 o'clock. Got to sit and do some work. I've got, like I say, a couple of meetings around. I need to go to the office to pick up. Where are you going? I don't know. I thought you were indicating. I need to go to the office to select a time to have my Viva for this coursework, which I'm not looking forward to at all, to be honest. Police car, Mr. Police Car. And I also have, like I say, a couple of meetings to go to, but otherwise I've got some quite solid chunks of time which I can do Java work. And to be fair, the lecture tomorrow is probably the least important of all of the lectures that I'm ever going to do. So if I don't go to it, then I'm not going to lose any sleep. Because the past 2 times I've been to this bloody Wednesday lecture has been shit. The last time I went was about referencing. I don't fucking care. So, but anyway, that's by the by. I'm not going to continue to talk to you and render this video up because I need to go home and render it and export it. I'm not going to sit and do that while I talk to you for 20 minutes on the way home and then make me have a huge video to deal with tomorrow. So it's already long enough, and I will catch you later. Oh no, I thought you'd be able to see the clouds. The clouds look amazing tonight.